Welcome to this new lesson where we're going to get started with the JavaScript. So make sure to click on main.js over here, and we can see we're importing the style.css, but we have more imports. So the first import, actually I'll just import everything. I'm going to paste all of these in. So these are all the imports that we're going to need essentially. So we're starting with the first top line, import GSAP from GSAP. We've seen this before. We're going to import the text plugin. Let me take this and we'll just define this down here. There we go. And we also want to, actually, you know what? While we're here, we're going to register the scroll trigger. There we go. Okay. So we have scroll trigger from GSAP scroll trigger. We've seen this before. We have the text plugin. We haven't seen that, and that is a specific use case you'll see in a bit. The GLTF loader, split type from split type. I don't know if we installed dat.gui. In fact, I'm pretty certain we didn't. We could check the package.json, and I do not see it. So again, all we have to do is just go to terminal, or view terminal rather, and get out a new, if you click the plus sign, I think my head's behind it. There you go. Plus sign. We'll get out another PowerShell here, and I will npm I dat.gui. Save that. All right, there we are. So now we're at dat.gui. We have that ready to rock. We have our main.js. Okay, so continuing on, we have split type. We installed that, dat.gui. We installed 3, and we installed Linus. These are dimmed out here simply because we haven't yet used them in the project. Okay, so the way we're going to tackle this is in terms of just overall architecture is the first thing that's going to get ran is a event listener essentially called DOM content loaded. So what we do is we say document.add event listener. All right, it knows what I want to do already. This AI is getting too smart. All right, and so inside of here, what this is saying is essentially once the DOM content or the document object model has been loaded, then we're going to execute some stuff in here essentially, right? So what we'll do first is we're going to initialize. The first thing actually will be the loader, but since we're going to do the loader at the end, we'll tackle that then. We're going to create a function called init3js, and it's going to get called here. And the 3js is all the stuff that 3js needs. There's a lot of it, unfortunately, in order to get up and running. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on now, getting that init3js function called, essentially. All right, so at the top, we'll say function init3js. All right, inside of it, I'm going to go ahead and get our dat.gui stuff loaded here at the top. So we'll see we have a const of GUI new dat.gui. And if you want to hide it, by the way, because it can get in the way, that little black area in the upper right corner where you control the different parameters. If you want that out, you can just call dat.gui.toggle hide. All right, if you just call this, it's going to hide it, the whole UI that's in there. And because I don't want it initially, I'm just going to go ahead and hide it. All right. So next up, we have the canvas and the scene. So we're going to paste this in. And again, this is all stuff we're just tying our canvas here to the canvas.webgl. Again, that's in relation to this element right here. We create the scene as well. All right, and essentially we want to use the loader. I think we're going to wait until, oh, 1 second, sorry, I'm kind of like looking at my reference code, deciding which one I want to tackle first with whatever makes the most sense. I think what we'll do is just get up the basic stuff first. So we're going to have stuff in the middle. I'm going to leave that empty middle stuff. But now we have our sizes. And again, this is for responsive considerations, and this is used for our window add event listener stuff right here. And again, this is all the boilerplate code set up that I used from the GitHub 3JS starter that I uploaded a couple years ago. So I didn't go over this stuff in depth just because I'm not great at explaining exactly per detail what's happening. But again, it's just boilerplate, set and forget type of stuff. We also have the camera that we have to set up right here. There we go. And then we also have the renderer, which is the final element right here. Okay. So in this middle stuff, essentially, this is where we import and load the GLB file, which is a ring file. For now, what I'm going to do, we're going to pause this video. We're going to conclude it right here. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the actual ring 3D element. We have to make an adjustment to it. And I'll tell you what that means here in the next video, but we'll get that up and loading in here in our project.